Hi guys! So today we are going to be doing the Corner Market chickens. Aren't these adorable? I'm sure you guys have seen those. I'm not sure how many people are going to get on here, but welcome. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be using ink and I'm going to be putting it on a canvas banner. When I flip you guys over so you can see what I'm doing down here, you'll be able to see better. All right, so how is everybody's Monday going? Let me see if I can get comments here. There we go. I don't know if anybody's in here yet. Hi, Angie. Okay, so if you come in, or if you're watching the replay, I would love it if you would share. If this is the first time that you are seeing me, put a 1 in the comment. If you are interested in getting information on joining my team, put join in the comments and I will be sending you information afterwards, okay? So without further ado, let me get right into it and we can get started. Yay, ink. I know, ink kind of scares me though, Angie, when I'm doing a live, but you know, look, we're gonna go with it. All right, so let me flip you down. All right, so as you can see here, this is our large canvas banner, and it has this top part. The banner actually goes in between these two things. They have magnets, and there's one for the top and the bottom, so they actually work as weights where it can hold down your canvas. All right, so I am actually taking a design from one of the designers, fabulous designers on our team. Her name is Teresa Reinhardt. She made this beautiful canvas banner and I was like, okay, I have to do that because it just came out so awesome. All right, so I'm gonna be using our black velvet ink and also our storm ink. Now, just to show you how long these inks last, when we first got ink, it came in 2-ounce containers, and I still have the gray in our 2-ounce container. So it does last a very long time. All right. So you always want to make sure also you have some wipes nearby because you don't want to, if you get any ink on your hands, you always want to make sure you're taking it off so that it doesn't get on your fabric. Okay, I did iron this canvas banner before I started to ink. Hi, Sharon. All right, so you want to write back on the back side of your transfer so you know what side to put it back onto. Plus, you can actually tell if for some reason you forget this side, which is the part that you're going to put it back on, it's shiny. I don't know if you can see it on there, but you would be able to tell when you're chalking or inking, I should say in this case. All right, I'm going to just lay it down here. I know that this piece right here is going to come down to about there, so I want to make sure this goes probably about right there. All right, and I just want to make sure it's got a nice coverage. See how it doesn't go all the way across? I'm going to have to lift this up and then continue the design over on the right side a little bit. But I do have this tape right here, which I would recommend you using every time that you ink. As careful as you think you're going to be, and you're not going to get it on your canvas. Sure enough, usually it always happens. So just put it like that. This way you are sure it's not going to get on the canvas. Because once you get ink on the canvas, you're going to have a very difficult time if you're able to at all get it up. Angie, have you used your ink yet? Or your buffalo plaid or anything? All right, so I'm just making sure I put this down like this, cover up everything. Okay, and I think we're going to use the storm for this one. you just want to make sure you get a nice coverage on the silk screen area. With ink, we don't have to work as quickly as we do with chalk paste because it doesn't dry as quickly. So we have a little bit more working time. Angie, you have to pull that stuff out. Maybe after this one, it'll motivate you. Okay, so basically just the same process as if you were chalking. You're just going to use the ink. Make sure you cover everything. So I'm really excited because we've known about it for a couple of months now, but we just launched into Canada. And so we can register designers in Canada now. And their official launch should be in a little bit over a month. So I am really excited about that. Well, aren't we all notorious for hoarding craft supplies? Oh my God, I am still not done unpacking all of my craft supplies from when we moved. I don't know if I'm ever going to be done with that. But yeah, I can't part with them. So it is, it's a sickness in a way. All right, so you're just going to pull it off. Oh my gosh, look how nice. All right, now because I want to continue the pattern, I'm going to be very careful. Actually, I'm going to let that dry, and I'll continue that part of the pattern a little bit later when I know that that is dry. I got a little bit of ink on my hands, so I'm going to make sure I take it off before I touch anything else. Okay, so just make sure you write back. Hi, Beth. We're inking today. All right. So I think I'm just going to lay out the rest of my design. And I have to remember that that is still wet, so I have to be, I just have to keep that in mind. And we're going to do the chickens in the black. All right, so how was everybody's Monday? Anything exciting going on? I mean, how exciting could a Monday be, right? All right, so I'm just gonna lay this here. This is the first time I am using this transfer, and like I've said in the past, I do recommend that for ink, this is personally just the way I like it. I like to use new transfers when I'm inking because I find that transfers that have been used before might not adhere as well to your fabric, and it could cause some bleeding. All right, so let me see if I can get this a little bit down, a little bit more. Okay. And then this is gonna just say Farm Fresh down here. I want to pull this up a little bit. And I don't fuzz any of my transfers when I'm inking. It's just personally something that I don't like to do. Again, because you're putting it on fabric, so I feel like you want it to get as much of a secure contact with your fabric as possible. so we're gonna do black, 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 and then put the gray down here again, like the chicken fence again. So let me just put this here. Oh my gosh, I'm waiting for spring to arrive too. A vegetable garden, that sounds amazing. All right, let me put a little bit of this down just so, like I said before, better safe than sorry. And I don't want to. How many uses do you get out of one transfer? The company says 8 to 12. I personally have gotten more use out of them than that, but it really will depend on how well you take care of them. So you should wash them right away as soon as you're done working with them, and you should be able to get more use out of them, perhaps, if you take care of them. All right, so going in with the black. I think I need to put music on the next time I do this. I feel like there's like this silence that I feel a need to gab and, take away the silence. Maybe I wouldn't feel that way if I had music. All right, so you just want to make sure you're getting a great coverage on the whole silkscreen area. I can let that sit there because, like I said, we don't have to worry about the ink drying like we do the chalk paste. So I can go on and do my chickens. Beth, didn't you get this chicken transfer? Cindy, I sell the transfers. So I will put my website down after the live right on the comments, and you can take a look at all the different transfers we have. This chicken transfer is part of our Corner Market collection, and it's something new that we started this year. It's called Chalk Stories. So we have 3 different ones in the Corner Market collection, and the idea is that if you wanted to design with all 3 of them, you could put them in the same room or close by and kind of create a chalk story with them. So, and of course, it's very farmhousey, this collection. Oh, Beth, you didn't get this one? I thought you did. So many transfers go out that I kind of lose track. See, I just got a little bit on my canvas. Shoot. Look at that. All right, now I'm not gonna bother putting the tape on for this one little bit. I'll just be really, really careful. What do you guys think about the chickens? Great detail, right? The ink is more thin than chalk paste, definitely. The ink reminds me kind of like, I don't know, almost like a sour cream, almost. Yes, the chalk paste is definitely thicker. And what I'm going to do after this is dry, I'm going to heat set it. If you have a Cricut heat press, then you can just use that, or you don't need that, you can use a regular clothes iron. and just do 4 minutes on each side. So you're gonna wanna do 4 minutes on this side. After it's dry, put a piece of parchment paper down, 4 minutes with a clothes iron, flip it around, parchment paper again, and then 4 minutes again on the other side with a clothes iron. And then if you ever need to wash it, you can. Look how amazing that is. All right, now I want to do this on the bottom. Let's see. You guys see that? See, now I gotta make sure. I just have to put the hairdryer on a little bit right now. Sorry, guys. Have to make sure this is dry. All right, it's not totally dry, but it's dry enough that we can move on. So that's the one thing about doing ink on a live is it's a little bit more difficult because you have to wait until it dries. As you know, our chalk paste dries really quick. So just lay this down. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some music. It's too quiet in here, unless I'm gabbing away. Wouldn't it be fun if they could do, like, make lives where we can hear your voice too? Thank you, Beth. You know, every time I do this, I am like so amazed at how easy it is. You know, even the ink, the chalk paste, it's like crazy. I mean, you feel like an artist for very little effort. Yep, let me lay this back down because there's one spot here I want to get a little bit more. That's the good thing about ink too, is you can lift it up and kind of see if you've got the coverage that you want. If not, lay it right back down and put it over top again. All right. Okay, now I'm going to have to get a new wipe. Hi, Liz. Liz, yes, it's coming, it's coming. Another, like, just over a month. I was just saying that at the beginning of the live. Cindy, I will put my website at the bottom in the comments after the live with the website of where everything is sold. All right? So it's Chalk Couture, and we sell the ink and the transfers as well. All right, now for this is pretty much dry. I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be like perfect, but you kind of want to get it lined up as much as possible. Now this makes me a little bit nervous because I've already used this transfer, and there's always a possibility that there's going to be some ink on the bottom of it, but we'll see. All right. here because I don't want to get, see these canvases, and I showed you the beginning, I showed you the top and the bottom, I'll show you again at the end. They're also reversible, so you don't want to get, if you can avoid it, you don't want to get any ink or anything on the other side as well, because you can put a totally different design on the other side. All right, so we're almost done, guys. All right. I tell you, you can never have enough squeegees, or too many, I should say. All right. And there we go. Okay, so that, I could have done a little bit better job lining it up, but you know, it's alive. If you're doing it at home, you're gonna take your time a little bit more. But I think it's fine. Let me just give it a little bit of some more drying over here, and then I can show you the top again. All right, so like I showed you before, it has a top and a bottom. Inside are magnets, so when you put them on the canvas, you're just gonna go like that. Just center it, lay the top piece on, it'll grab because of the magnet. And it acts as a little weight, so it will straighten out your fabric because it has weight to it, so it'll pull it down. And that's it, guys, all done. So what I'll do is, like I said before, I'm going to put an iron 4 minutes on this side, piece of parchment paper, once it's dry, 4 minutes on this side with an iron, flip it over, piece of parchment paper, 4 minutes on the other side with an iron, and then it's done. And I will post a picture of it hanging on my wall. I don't know if it'll be today, but maybe it'll be probably tomorrow, okay? So let me switch you guys back. All right, guys, well, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. How long did it even take us? 23 minutes on a live to make this beautiful project. And when you're doing it at home, you're gonna be able to do it a lot more quicker because you know, I was talking and everything and trying to explain the technique and everything. But if you have any questions on anything, please list them below in the comments. Angie, I am on Instagram and Pinterest as well. All right. So thank you guys for joining, and I think maybe my next live will either be tomorrow